Craig and I actually said today that the PC was being a little bit grunty. So we were concerned about it. Is it working? I'm waiting for someone to tell me that it's not working. It's working, it's not working. I haven't touched anything yet. No, it's working. It's working? What is going on? It must be gremlins today. Okay, so I think it's working. If it's not, please let me know. But Rihanna says it's working. Stupid PC. All right, let me grab another stencil. I'm looking for the first snow stencil, so I can use one of the slopes at the bottom. There we go. And I'm going to use a little bit of the brown, but then I think I want to add some red and orange again to kind of bring in that autumnal feel. Because, let's face it, the leaves of this tree will be falling down. I was actually walking through the woods with Ranger today, and a few weeks ago everything was really orange. Everything on the ground was really super vibrant orange like this, and then today I was thinking that everything was really red, like a deep red. This is kind of funny. I guess maybe it's different leaves that fall. I don't know whether the actual leaves on the ground change color. Do leaves keep changing color when they're on the ground? Maybe they do, because they must like start to rot and kind of mulch a little bit. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Mona. Everybody please pay attention to my gorgeous nails. Aren't they lovely? I'm loving it. Because the new release, I'm crafting with it, and I thought I'll make some videos. So I spoiled myself with some fancy nails. Gosh, it's amazing how a little bit of background can make a big difference to the card. I think I'm going to put blue in mine too. Yes, do it. We'll be blue finger buddies, blue nail buddies. Yay. All right, so I'm going to trim off the top, and I think I'm going to leave, there's a tiny bit on the side that I'm going to ignore and pretend doesn't exist. There we go. Oh, I love it. I mean, I really want to stick a critter on there, but I don't know whether a critter would kind of ruin the effect. Critter mad. Woohoo! What do you guys think? Let me get that set that said, I'm sure there was one that said Happy Fall. Yeah. This one says Happy Fall. We could just go for some like gold embossing here. Oh, you know what we should maybe try is adding some gold flakes, like gilding flakes or something. Let me first of all stamp this. That would be fun, wouldn't it? It's been a long time since I've played with gilding flakes. How many new stamps and dies are being released? Too many. So Snow knows this because she's the one going, Lesley, this is getting out of hand now. All in all, there's 51 products. I'm so sorry, but some of it is staples that are going to be great to have in the craft room. We've also got quite a lot of word dies this time because I wanted to put some word dies to cover certain words, which will become clear. Happy fall. Oh no, my poor bank account. No, I turned you down, iPad, so that's rude that you are still making noises. 51. So sorry. But a lot of them are like word dies and things like that. So, and you might not necessarily want all of the word dies because they're kind of specific. Okay, so this, oh, good job I had that there. This embossing powder is the gold embossing powder by Easing, which is with an I at the start. Easing. Would you buy a company called Aladdin, French company? And I really like this one. It's really, really shiny. Let me go and get my... Hey guys, do you like my cute little tub? I love it. I'm gonna cough, bear with me a second. Whew. I picked it up at the local garden centre. I also bought a little tub like this as well. And I just bought them to test drive them because I'm thinking I might put my Copics and things into those little tubs. Thought that might be cute. But I wanted to check how they would sit on my shelf and also with the height of the Copics and things. So we'll see. I have to test it out yet. I only got them yesterday. Okay, let's get you guys on mute for a little minute. All right. So if I show you this up close, you'll see why I think it's so pretty. Super shiny. So we could try and add some gold foil, but you know what? I think simple is best. I think I might actually just leave that as it is, because it's not fussy. I'm thinking I'm going to round the corners, and then I think I'm going to leave it. It's really different to what I normally do, but I kind of like it. Yay! There we go. Will there be any... Oh, okay. I can tell you one thing. Save your money because you'll love all of them, says Mona. I agree, says Amanda. Will there be any bunny stamps or dies? And then Amanda says there already is a set, really. It is super shiny. I really like it. Your bunny graveyard card was awesome. Yeah, Rihanna has a bunny called Casper, if I remember correctly. And I'm pretty sure she just wants all the bunny stamps. All the bunny stamps. I shall confirm that there's no bunny stamps this release. So, but there's loads of other things, eh? All right. So you might know that I love tea. Absolutely love tea. And I've not yet inked up this stamp, which is an absolute shame, to be honest. And I have a die. I have a, what is it? MFT die, maybe? That has 3 little circles, I think. Bear with me as I hunt through, because I've not played with these ones in quite a while. And I have to hunt a little further. Here, oh no, it's squares. Oh, they're actually flaps, but that's okay. I can really make that work. So we have 3 that fold from the top if you have it this way, or 3 that fold from the side if you have it this way. But I might just actually have it as a focal element rather than anything else, or we could put these together. I don't think they're quite the same size, actually, sadly. There's definitely a wider stitch on that one. Although in saying that, I think I prefer that one. So we'll do that one. Yay! Casper turned 5 in June. Yes, give me all the bunnies! Yay! He says, what's your favourite tea, Lesley? Yes, my favourite tea is, well, I'm just being completely boring here, but my favourite tea is English breakfast tea. Nothing fancy. Just plain Jane. Although I have become more adventurous with different teas in recent years. I have been trying some fruit teas and things like that. I really like teas that have like cinnamon or red berries, that kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of those. Let's stick this down here. Oh, that is not straight. So those are my favorite ones. A few years ago, I got a thing of tea, like a jar, I guess, of loose tea in a shop called TK Maxx. I'm not sure if you guys have it where you are, but it's a bit like TJ Maxx if you're familiar with it. One of those shops where they always have really random things, so it's a nightmare to actually find something a second time. And I tried to hunt it down. It was called Fireside Dreams, I remember that. I meant to tell you about it, Snow, actually, because you were talking about tea for your brother. It was called Fireside Dreams, and I managed to hunt it down in a German tea shop. And I do remember that the actual pot that I got, the little jar, had like German writing and ingredients on it. And so I discovered that it was this place, and I managed to get a crafty friend. I bought some, sent it to her house, and then she shipped it over. Yay! So good. Okay, I'm gonna actually use my MISTI to stamp some of these teacups and maybe a teapot. So this is a Catherine Pooler Stamp of Approval stamp set. All exciting. Vanessa says, just find you as stuck on the other screen. I might like that. Ah. I always think it's really funny that YouTube puts up a thumbnail, and normally I'm like frozen in time in some weird position. And whenever Amy came over to play and we did a live on Heffy Doodlers, I tried to take a screenshot to put in our newsletter, and I wanted a screenshot with both of us together, and anytime I was smiling she was making like a weird face, and every time that she was smiling it was vice versa. So it was really funny. But I couldn't get a good photo of both of us. I text her and I said, the next time you come over, remind me to force us both to look at the camera smiling with big cheesy grins on our faces for about 5 minutes before we actually start playing. A local shelter has too many bunnies right now. I'm trying to convince Micah that we need a third. A third? Wow. He sent me a donation thinking it would satisfy me, but we all know that's not going to work. No, it's not, is it? All right, what colors are we going to go? This keeps moving. Those solid images, eh? Well, we have to use some, pardon me, have to use some Catherine Pooler ink for this. What color should we go for? I think I might go for Spring Fling. Let me see if I can pull out the colors. Bellini. Pixie Dust. Sweet 16. Love the names. Green tea. Actually, green tea, we have to use green tea. I'm looking for It's a Girl. Garden Party. Yeah. And actually, Mint to Be is not part of that collection, but we might just add it in anyway. It's a Boy. Shea Butter. We'll add that one in too. It's a Girl. Okay. I'll bring over this piece of paper as well so you can see what we've got. So green tea, it's kind of like an olive color, I guess, or well, match is probably a good description on it, actually. What colors of teacup shall we go for? Hey Vanessa, hello. I wish I could rescue 1 to 2 bunnies, but Casper is a lone wolf. Plus he would get so jelly. I looked for you last night and then realised it was only Thursday. Oh, Suzanne, you missed Ranger at the start as well. You'll have to, at the end, you'll have to go back and watch the first few minutes. Just going to ask about the stamp set. Yes, this one is the Stamp of Approval. What is it called is the question. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Okay. I think we shall have a colour test. Go Remington. My little Cinnabon was supposed to be too aggressive and dominant with other bunnies, but Remington put him in his place immediately. He's a boss. Well done. It's a Boy. It's a Girl. Ooh, green tea is quite deep. I like that one. Sweet 16. More vibrant Garden Party. And Mint to Be. I like the colours. I think we shall go for purple cup and blue accents. Oh, lovely. Luscious. I do say so, darling. So this stamp set seems to have the bits to go in the middle, or at least some of them anyway. Like this. And then it has a cool little saucer to go with it too. And I think I'll go blue for the saucer just to mix things up. Nice. And I think this is the tea to go on top. It kind of looks bigger than I expected though. It's either tea or like the inside of the cup. I'm not quite sure. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's tea or do you think it's the inside of the cup? Can you buy calf and poo in the UK? You can buy them. There's a shop called the Little Paper Tree, and they also stock Heffy Doodle, which is why I know that I know of them. I'm gonna have to place this again because it moved, the little monkey. Come on. I feel like it's too big to, like it would go right up to the top. So I'm gonna pretend that it's the inside of the cup. Cute. And we'll do one for the other one as well. And now we need a saucer for this guy. I think I might go plain for this one. Plain Jane. They stamp beautifully though. I'm a big fan of the inks. However, they tend to stain your stamps, but it doesn't ruin your stamps. You just need to be mentally prepared for that. Okay, guys, mentally prepare yourself. Right, so now I think we need a blue teapot with purple accessories. What do you think? Can we make that work? Oh, I wanted to let you guys know that Tracy McNeely has got a blog series happening at the moment called Tags of Christmas. And we will be sponsoring it next week and sharing some tags made by the wonderful design team. The Christmas themed ones. So you might want to come and check that out. But also if you are inspired by tags, etc., then you might want to go head on over to Tracy McNeely's blog and see all of the posts so far. There's been loads, and each day has been sponsored, or each post, I guess, has been sponsored by different companies. So it's a great place to go to get lots of inspiration. I think my lid is a little bit ajar there, but it's quite a whimsical style, so I don't think it really matters. It's still really fun. Okay, so this is what I'm excited about. This guy fits perfectly in here, so excuse my big head while I try and line this up to the best of my ability. This is where your stamping platform is worth its weight in gold. Wow, that's pretty cool. Loving it. Loving it a lot. Right, there's some other little guys in here that I'm going to test. I think they're probably a little on the big side, but we'll just give it a go and see. Oh no, it looks fine. I think I'll just do the same in both. It's really nice. This one is called It's a Boy, and I would describe it as a sky blue color. It's like a more rich tumbled glass, I think. Mona says, I love that blue color so much. I only have some Alton New in cubes. The scrapbooking.com hybrid ink pad collection. I want to try them out. And some distress oxides that I'm using over and over again. I'm thinking about getting some really good dyeing pads. What do you think about these? I love them. They are, so if you've watched my stream before, you might know that I often go back to these little guys, Vivid, and these are old and they don't make them anymore. But I have 4 and I use them. I keep going back to them. They're really nice. They're beautiful. And when you splatter them, it has almost like a distressed effect with water, but it's dye, and it's like a foam, like craft foam, if you know what I mean. It's really smooth top, so you can feel the it doesn't like squish in. It's like the whole thing is quite solid, but you can feel like it goes like it's so hard to describe it. Anyway, I contacted the manufacturer because I was interested in getting Heffy Doodle ones. Oh, spoiler alert! And they give me quotes and things, and at the time it was minimum order quantities that killed me, but it might be something that we'll look forward to in the future. But it's the same people that make these, so you'll see that it is the same kind of foam, which I'm really excited about. So I am going to cut these out. I was contemplating putting it through the scan and cut, but where it's not touching completely, it'll probably take ages to figure that out. So I will just go ahead. No, I don't have the dies. Just checking. Sometimes I'm a bit silly and then realize after the fact that I do have the dies. One. Sign me up for those. Yeah, exactly. I really enjoy them. Get one and see what you think, but in my opinion, you're gonna love them. Now, I don't know what the hybrids are like from scrapbook.com. Tell me about them, Mona. Are they cool? You like them? What is do they act like do they act like the Altenew ones? So I only have 4 Altenew mini cubes, which is like a pink set, and they're very similar to the Simon Says Stamp dye ink pads. I have quite a bit of Simon Says Stamp dye ink pads. I have I don't know exactly how many I have, but I think I bought a set of maybe 60 or something whenever, maybe it was 48, I don't know. So I've had them for a long time, and I never use them a lot. I use certain colors like fog and smoke, but the rest of them not really. And then I use my distress inks all the time. And then I have a small collection of, well, I have a collection, it's probably not that small, of mostly Simon cubes, 4 Altenew and maybe 8 Lawn Fawn ones. 1 or 2 Tailored Expression ones that I've picked up through events and things. And the Tailored Expressions are very similar to Altenew and Simon. But I don't know what the scrapbook.com ones are like. They may be, oh, maybe they're similar to, I feel like they're oval. Are they oval but not like this? Are they oval like, oh, I've put it away somewhere. Are they oval like the Spectrum Noir ones? I feel like I may have seen something like that before. All right. Oh, these are bigger than I thought. Okay. So we might have something like this. 1, 2, this one's too big. One, 2, 3, or we have 1, 2, 3, and pretend the one in the middle is not there. I don't really like the way it looks squished that way though. I'm using them for everything. Stamp layering, using them for Copic coloring, watercoloring too. Many times I'm using violet, dark gray, or yellows. Ooh, to line your Copics. Interesting. Where is all those sentiments? So there was one that said, you, me, and a cup of tea. I really like that. Actually, that could go there. I like that a lot. But I'm going to go rogue here a little bit because I want to color these squares. So I'm going to grab a scrap piece of card a second and do that. And then, ooh, a teapot pouring into the cups. That could work too, but I've committed to this in my own head, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to color these guys in. Where is my thing? Okay. I feel like I'm going to need the yellow. Ooh, it's super vibrant, but I'm fine with that. I'll just add a little bit of ink. add a bit of color. And I think this will probably help hide the fact that the dye wasn't really intended to be used in this way. Love it. You know, I never used to use yellow. I always used to think it was a bit of a ugh color. And then Olga Moss was in our design team a little while ago, and she used yellow on a lot of cards, and it was so vibrant and beautiful that I just started using yellow more often and then falling in love with it. And isn't that nice? It's a nice little story, isn't it? How I fell in love with yellow again. Oh no, I didn't want you to be way in there. I'm going to cut you out, bear with me. Okay, I'm going to try and use these little tiny pointy bits. And to start me off, I'll use my crocodile in there. I really want to try some new ink paddies. Well, that's what you're going to have to ask for Christmas then, isn't it? You're going to have to hope that Santa brings you some lovely ink pads. These are not sharp enough. Pretty, but not up to par. Yeah. Probably won't even see that by the time I put the little sentiment on it. Where'd my other cup of tea go to? There it is. I would ink the middle. Oh yeah, that's a good idea too. Ink in the middle. This works. This works just fine. They're completely different from the Altenews. Altenews I'm mostly using as watercolor. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. The scrapbook.coms are not dye. You can't use them as watercolor. I really love them. I have all of them. But what does that mean? But I what? But I really want some new impads. Okay. I do this with hard to reach cutout bits as well. It says yes. Awesome. You, me, and a cup of tea. And I think I might. I wonder how well that would stamp on there. Probably not that great. But I might be able to use this for perfect placement. And if it doesn't work, we'll just do it again. It's not a big deal. So what I mean is I'm going to stamp my sentiment onto my background first of all. Here. And oh, it's stuck to my thing. There we go. I'm gonna go get the black. It's called Midnight. I do believe. Yeah. The only thing about this black ink pad I find is super juicy. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just something to be aware of. So I'm going to stick this straight on there. Pardon me. Am I though? Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick it straight on there and not raise it up. It'll stamp better that way. I just dropped it. Oh, where's a wee? Well, now it's going to stay there. The balance will be all wrong. Oh, somebody had it. What about stamping the sentiment on a tag that looks like it's attached to two back around the pot? Oh, that's a good idea. I feel like I've already committed to this, so. You're gonna get that A. There we go. You, me, and a cup of tea. Can you guys read that okay? So you can definitely see how this is stained the stamp, but it won't affect the usage. In fact, it'll probably come off with some ultra clean spray. That was a bit quick. I'm thinking that I might actually need to ask Santa for a new camera battery for Christmas. Let me put this on here. And use my tonic stamp cleaner. So we've got two sides. One has the tiniest embossed one. I went over it with a marker. And then the other one says 2. No, it's on there good and proper. But like I say, it doesn't affect the stamping of it, so it won't really matter. Hey Marjoline, how are you? All right. You, me, and a cup of tea. I'm thinking I'm going to raise these guys up a little bit for fun. Nice. And if you guys are ever over in this neck of the wood, you're always welcome to come to my house for a cup of tea. The The kettle is always on. At what age do you think you can teach your kids to make you tea? I think our problem is that our kettle that we have is really awkward to hold. So I think we need an easier to hold kettle before Piper can have free reign of that. Yeah, so there is a little bag. I might stamp that on the inside, which would be funny. The little paper tree. Yeah. If you're writing a note on the order, say that Lesley sent you. Or Hungry Heffy or something. Thought for a second that wasn't dry. Beautiful. Right, on the inside, I really think we need this cute little tea bag. Adorbs. I'm just going to go rogue and stamp it right on there. Hey, Mindy, how are you? Did you manage to pick up the kids yesterday? Mindy and I were talking and chattering, and then we realized, oh no, totally failed or totally neglected the kids. The kid pickup duty. What you gonna do? Got a wee fingerprint on there. Yay! Love it. So this is actually a really pretty design anyway. I might just run with that on another card. There we go. We've got two very different cards. Loving it. I think I might add a couple of pastel colors to this, maybe like little gems. Maybe a few enamel dots if I'm in the mood. That would be fun. Vanessa says, where are you? I live in the UK. I live in Hampshire. Yeah, I like this. I feel like I want to make a, almost like a wreath with it, or a circular frame with it. So let me grab some card and see what I can do for that. This is probably too big. Maybe not. Let's wing it and see. That'd be quite cute all the way around, I think. Oh. Now, do I want to? You know, if I'm going to use my Catherine Pooler, I know that they're going to stamp pretty nicely. So I think I'm just going to wing it and use my acrylic block, because I am a rebel like that. You can get grids, and I know I have them somewhere because Snow sent them to me to help you with perfect alignment when doing like roundabout, turning things around. Then, but I think that it's just too much like hard work for me right now, to be honest. What color should we go for if we have a floral border all around? What do you think? You know, I might go for yellow. Should we do yellow or green? That's so hard to know. Maybe we should try that green. Let's do it. Let's do green tea. Oh wow, even just the one on there looks really pretty. Almost looks like lace or something. So the next question is, if I put one there, will I fit one there? I don't think I will, so I'm gonna have to go like here, I think. And here. And here. And here. Ooh, guys, isn't it pretty? Vanessa is in West Wales, so maybe tea would be cold. Yeah, probably. Probably indeed. But I should definitely message you the next time we go camping in Wales. I think I'm going to fill in the gaps with some of those other little florals. Or this might be cute, a little squiggly majig. No, I don't want the squiggly majig. I don't know what the squiggly majig is. Well, there's two squigglies. No. So hands up, and by hands up I mean leave a comment. Who has decorated for Christmas? Huh? I really want to put up the tree. So the rule in our house is December 1st. But I'm not here for December 1st this year. I fly to Ireland on the Saturday, and then the 1st is on the Sunday. Which was just poor planning on my part. To be fair, it wouldn't have mattered because the reason I'm going home is for an event that's on the 1st. So even if I had realised it wouldn't have made any difference. I still would have had to go. So anyway, what do you think is a colour that goes best with this? I'm thinking a deep purple. There's maybe that royal treatment one. Where's my grape crush maybe? Or where was the one, that royal treatment? It's a bit duller. Let's have a look. Grape crush or grape crush or royal treatment. Ooh, very dark for royal treatment. These are definitely more subdued, which is kind of cool. And then that one's more vibrant. I think I'm going to go for Grape Crush. You are the winner! Again. I've had my tree. Oh, hold on. Mindy has had her tree up for 2 weeks. Woo! Amanda hasn't. I haven't even put up Thanksgiving decorations yet. Ooh, my autumn decorations went up before the 1st of October. We were right in there this time. Decorated for Santa Claus. So after the 5th of December, we start decorating for Christmas. So what is Santa? I thought Santa Claus was Santa Claus. Maybe you'll need to educate us on the. Sometimes in Europe, their Santa figure comes on different dates. I know. I think it's Germany that Santa delivers on. Oh, so delightful. Delivers presents and gifts on Christmas Eve, whereas here it's on Christmas Eve at night when everyone's asleep. So you wake up on Christmas Day and then they're there. Grape crush looks nice, doesn't it? So nice. I'm gonna add my lid, and I actually think the solid one is for this guy. And use my green tea again. So nice. I want the tree up, but Mum needs more time. Mum's not even going to be there for a bit now. Oh, I suppose she's well, you can't put it up when she's away. That's awful. Craig keeps winding me up, saying that when I'm in Ireland, they're going to have a great time putting up the Christmas tree without me. So I said, well, that's fine. I'll put up my sister's Christmas tree and my mum's Christmas tree and my brother's Christmas tree. It won't happen, but still. All right. So I'm thinking I'm going to divide up this sentiment. I might even cut it, I'm not sure. We might just have a cup of tea up top, solves everything at the bottom. Because it's so true. It's not going to fit unless I just put it here in a darker color. Mind you, the purple might just pop against it. Or, ooh, no, I quite like the idea of separating it out. A cup of tea solves everything. Okay, let's try masking. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to stamp on my memo tip, peel, and then cut along. Oh, I should have stamped it on the other side, hey? Never mind. This should work now. The reason I'm using my purple tape is that I've not stamped it on the sticky side. I should have stamped on the sticky side, but I didn't. But that's fine because I'm only going to need to ink it up once anyway. They just stamp so beautifully. We have both Sinterklaas and Santa. It's hard to explain what Sinterklaas is. Oh, hold on, I've missed something. Sinterklaas lives in Spain, not in the North Pole. And he doesn't have elves, but python. And what is python? It's python elves, but in a different language. In Belgium, they have both Sinterklaas and Santa. Hey, Christian. Hello from California. Hello. What time is it? It is 10:36 p.m. at the moment. And we're having a chat about Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas? I think that's how you say it. his helpers are called Pitten. And are they just like people? They are like elves. Okay, they help him with packages. I wish I had a Pitten to help me with all my packages. Did you see our Instagram stories today? Giving you guys a little insight into the shenanigans at Heffy HQ. Vanessa says, my hubby's from Ireland, yay! I tried to explain to Lesley last year, but I didn't stick. No, I can barely remember things from like last week. Awesome, I'm loving it. What do you think, guys? Does it look really cool? I feel like the colors are really rich. And maybe we need to mat it onto some purple. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you something from the new release. I'm gonna show you something from the new release. You've heard it here first. I'm going to get some purple cardstock. From my stash here. And I'm going to show you our skinny circle frames, because I think this definitely needs a frame. It's just screaming out for one to bring some of that color through. So these are the skinny circle frames. And in the circles set, you get 11 of these dies. But just wait till you see it cut out. So this here was just one of my scrap pieces of paper, and it was cut using the largest stitch. In fact, I've used the largest stitch circle die, but I've accidentally stamped everything on the back of it because the stitching is on this side, but it'll not matter anyway. So, like I said, these are called the skinny circle frames, and you'll see exactly why that is called. So, because it has a really beautiful fine frame. It's not quite 5 mil, it's about 3 or 4 mil. So it's quite delicate, but it makes such a difference to your project. There we go. Doesn't that look so cool? Well, there you go. And the other really, really cool thing is that the bit in the middle, this was like an accident. Of course, it's obvious if you think about it. The bit in the middle is like the perfect size. So if you take the next size down circle, which would be the same as this outer edge here, you can mat and layer them really beautifully. So you could have the next circle, and then you would have use this inside bit and put the circle on top. So you get a frame and the inside bit. It's like getting an extra set of circle dies. So there you go, guys. You're going to want to put that on your list. love this a lot. So let me just show you actually, because I need to make a base for this card. So I'm going to grab my stitch circle dies, which are here, and cut out a white one for the background. Marble Lines, oh, hold on, I'm missing the comments about Santa Claus. P10 are his helpers, but they're grown men and women that bring presents to the chimneys. And Santa Claus rides a white horse, and we leave him a snack and a carrot for the horse, or sugar cubes. No reindeer. Well, he isn't our Santa. We have both. You have both. Yay! Marjorie says, very beautiful. It's like the Easter Bunny. We have an extra holiday where he brings toys for kids. Nice. It looks like it does look like an embroidery hoop. You're right. Well, they look fab. As does the card. Are you doing critter free tonight? Well, now that you've said that, I'm going to need to like overload on critters for the next one. You know, I can't really stay away from critters for too long. So that's the largest stitch rectangle, which was the circle that I started off with tonight. I mean, not stitched rectangle, it's stitched circle, because I know my geometric shapes. And then this was the bit that we were left over with. So you'll see that that just looks absolutely beautiful in there. So I'm actually going to use this for the inside of my card. I'll stick that down. And then I crease quite a generous tab at the top, just because of the size of this thing. And then parallel to this line, I'm just going to cut a notch at the bottom using my trimmer. So I can use that line to line up against probably like the 4.5 inch mark. It's going to just snip off and flatten the edge here. Can you see that? And what that means is my circular card will now actually stand up. You just need to make sure that you get it even, or you put the top of the card at the top and the bottom at the little notch at the bottom. So there we go. See? Perfect. A cup of tea solves everything, my dears. And that's definitely a bit of a mantra for me. I think that cup of tea solves everything. I actually totally get withdrawal symptoms if I don't have enough tea. There we go. That totally made it pop, says Snow. Awesome. 3. I'm being very out of my comfort zone tonight. Very different, aren't I? I like being different. Did I ever tell you that? I'm sure you guys know that by now. I've decided I want to do a gold embossed with these leaves. It's just come to me. It's going to happen. Now, do I have any? I've just realized. Oh my gosh, my nails. It's Cookie Monster blue. It's Cookie Monster. Awesome. I was looking for some plum pudding or some blueberry bliss cardstock, but it would appear that I I don't have any out here at the moment. So I have to go rogue. I can probably use this. So I have some navy blue cardstock, and I'm going to cover this. Let me just tidy away some of these because you all know what I'm like, making a mess. Gotta tidy up as I go along. Awesome. I'm glad to see that Ranger has committed to becoming our craft dog. It was touch and go there for a bit. I think maybe in the summer it just got a little bit too hot for him. But now it's cold outside. There's a little bit of heated flooring happening in here. Happy days. Quite happy to lie on his back belly up. All right, I want to create a gold embossed background using this super shiny. Using the super shiny poudre à embosser. Oh, this is even giving a really cool tone on tone effect. Almost looks like pattern paper, doesn't it? Okay, we're good, we're good. Hopefully it's not dried too much at the top, but I guess we'll soon find out. Hello, crafty friends. Hello, Dan. How you doing, love? You having a happy crafty evening? Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. All right, put that down there. I'll put this away. It's just getting to that time in the night where my throat has decided to get all scratchy again. Although I've made 3 cards already, so I'm not doing too bad. See what happens whenever you don't need to actually color in critters? That's what this is. We get way more done We're not calling in critters. Let me put you guys on mute. So I am assuming that you guys are all going, ooh, just how pretty is that? So pretty. I love it. Many thanks. Happy fall or enjoy. You know, I feel like I feel like I'm just gonna put like an enjoy, a strip across here with enjoy on it, maybe with the strips of ease. Let me grab my little piece of cardstock. In fact, where I had cut this down to 6 by 6 and then trimmed my 6 by 6 panel into a 5.5 panel, I have a tiny little strip here ready to rumble that I think is going to do you do without using anti-static? Oh no, no, no. Religiously use anti-static. It will be a much different story if I didn't have my anti-static on the go. Oh yeah, I think so. I definitely did it. Nice. I might have done it off camera, or I might have did it whenever the camera reset them. I can't remember. Let me put you on mute a minute. Do they make a difference with regards to embossing? Oh yeah. I would never emboss now without the anti-static. Never. Unless it's by accident that I forget it. It's once you've seen the results of using the anti-static, then you're never gonna go back. Never. Ta-da! Mirror card. Man, it's been a while since mirror card has been used in my crafting room. So much so this edge is a bit damaged. I'm gonna show you a trick that I do. So here's my mirror card, and along the top here, it's just where it's been sitting in the box. Here, there's like a little white bit. Can you see it? You can just about see it. But because this has a plastic section here, I can't hold it properly. So what I do is I extend the length of my cardstock. Push it in, and actually, because there's a big bit there, it's probably easier to do it down here a little bit. You do have to try and eyeball it so that it is hanging over evenly all the way down. But I find that it really helps if you just want to trim off a tiny sliver of something. So I'm going to use some tape to add this little guy on here. I do have one, but I forget to use it. Wow. Well, I'm impressed then, because if you, I would never well, I forget sometimes, but normally I am in a mindset where I don't want to mess up. But if you can get results without using it, then bravo. Oh, that's not quite. Come on, you cheeky sausage. Nice. Looks really good, says Yaz. Thanks. Yes, Yaz, you're not giving me lots of ideas and things tonight. You're not giving me curveballs. Or you will. I'm gonna add this on here. Sometimes I wonder whether I should just go for a navy card blank rather than a white one, but then it's so hard to write on the inside of a dark one. It's not so bad for me because I've got every pen imaginable under the sun, but I know in the past where I've made cards for other people using colored cardstock, they get really stumped, like they can't think of a single solution to the fact that it's a dark colored card on the inside. I remember, was it my mom? And she was like, what do I do? And I was like, cut a piece of paper and stick it on the inside. Oh yeah. So we're gonna go top, we're gonna go bottom. I feel like we're gonna go top today. And I think we're gonna go flush as well. You're doing great, great with your ideas. Love the cards. Yay! I'm being really different tonight, aren't I? Oh, I've got some exciting news. You probably don't find it that exciting at all, but who cares? This is my show. I'm going to share it with you. I just booked in to go see a show. Actually, I think I've booked in. I booked in 2 shows. I booked in to go see Dear Evan Hansen next year. I did that last week, and then this week I've booked to go and see the theatre show And Juliet, it's called. So I'm really excited, but it's not till next year, so a million years away. I've just realized I don't have properly heated this, so I'm just going to blast this a minute. There you go. I didn't even bother muting you. I'm loving it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's 4 cards. Very different. Very different. I feel like I want to do another full card with this guy. I've not crafted very many full cards at all. So I'm feeling the draw all of a sudden, and I really want to do that. And the good thing is that I can just play, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. Mandarin Spice. Hey, bud. Bellini, maybe. Looking for browns and reds. I think red is the one that I'm totally missing and craving at the moment in regards to Catherine Pooler inks. I don't think I have. Oh, totally lie, because I've just found Rockin' Red and Modern. All right, I've pulled out quite a selection here. Probably not going to need all of these. So we've got Over Coffee, Icing on the Cake, Rockin' Red, Orange Twist Samba, which kind of looks orangey red. Like these look like different variations of orangey red. Ooh, maybe we could do like an ombre. And then a darker peppermint scrub. And Mandarin Spice. Ooh, these are all just too beautiful at the moment. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do an ombre. And I'm gonna start with Bellini at the bottom. And I'm going to go to Orange Twist. I'm not sure whether Orange Twist is darker than Mandarin Spice. But we'll just have to wing it. Oh, that's definitely darker. Oh, it's such a beautiful orange, fall color, isn't it? Tutti frutti. What do you guys think? Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit off the thing here. Time for you to go rest. Goodbye, Snow. Yazia says, my daughter gave me her ideas she wanted to put on a birthday card. The list was so long. I had to remind her I was making a card, not writing it. Yeah. Piper is very much like that. She actually tends to write a story or a what she started doing actually is writing the person's name like down on the inside flap. She'll write the person's name, let's say it's Lesley Oman, and then she will write like Lesley, and then she'll go lovely, exciting, silly, and do like one of those kind of like poems almost. I'm so glad I did this card because I was convinced that I hardly had any red colours, and here I am with absolutely gorgeous reds. Obviously just being a silly sausage. I think I'm going to need to use another one of the new release because this card I think is just screaming for a frame, and I'm sure many of you have put two and two together. Yells, you're making me want to expand my ink pad collection. Yeah, I think maybe what I need to do is contact Catherine and see if I can carry some in the Heffy doodle store. But truth be told, if I want to do my own inks, then that's probably not a wise choice. Probably not a long-term solution. Oh, it's so pretty! Yeah, let me see. Oh, where are you? Yes, these are the Imperial skinny frames. So I'm either going to go here or here. I'm thinking this slightly larger one. And I'm actually going to cut it out of that gold card that I had a minute ago. Like a mirror card. This is a problem when you have a new release and you're just inspired. More frames, yes. Ooh, yeah, baby. Seriously? Where's that wipey? There's a red down here now. Oh, just that in sitting there gives me the chills. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, let's put this onto a card blank. Use a card near to one. Oh, use a card near to one of the leaf colors. Okay, let me see what I've got. I've got cherry on top. Ooh, actually, I've got this. Similar to the one at the very top. Or this one. Oops, which is a bit more ready. Let's do that. Beautiful. I love those frames, says Mindy. Yay! Oh, I went a little bit too hard on my... Let me see, the card stuck. Just tuck it in there. No one will ever know. Not a single person in the whole world. My boy is asleep inside. I think I've overshot on my card slightly, but that's okay. We'll trim it down. Nice. And I'll use my wet glue for the frames because they are quite skinny. You'll see that they're quite fine. So I prefer using wet glue, which has a little bit of wiggle room in regards to forgiveness and moving around slightly. All right, let's give that a minute. Now I have to figure out what to put in the middle. Maybe we use the many thanks. We could put this one in there in the middle and put the sentiment on top of it. But I feel like I'm gonna, I love the fact that it's all the same leaf. I really like that. Many thanks. What do you think, guys? Any ideas? While I'm waiting for you guys to inundate me with ideas. Ooh, also, these ones were good. I quite like those ones. And create a smile with love. A surprise for you. Let's celebrate a little hello, sending hugs. Just because. I'm not feeling those ones. A gold die cut word. I was thinking that. Like a thanks. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay, let's try the thanks. I think the thanks word die would really pop actually. What are you grunting about, boy? Let's put my frames away before I sneak any more new products. Where's my thanks? Happy birthday, friend. Hello. Thanks. I think that will just about fit in there. Oh no, wait, I'm the wrong way around, aren't I? I think that will just about fit in there for you. Speaking of thanks and Thanksgiving and Black Friday, if you haven't already seen, we have started our Black Friday deals over at heffydoodle.com, and we've got massive savings, and also where is it? And also you can get a free Heffy Doodle pencil that I had here a minute ago, but it's gone walkabouts. So it's really cute though. It's got a bear on it. It says happy crafting. You should head on over to our Instagram and things to find out more information. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm going to use the cardstock that I used for the background. And I'm going to cut a shadow effect. And I feel like I want a sentiment underneath that says something like, you're the best, or thank you for everything that you do, or just something to expand upon the thanks. I love the many thanks, says Mindy. At the bottom or in the middle, both ways will look good. Awesome. Okay, let's do this first of all. Just dropping it over slightly to the right to give a shadow effect. Okay, so I have a question for those of you who use Scan and Cuts. You might not have the answer, and that is totally fine if you don't. But if I have a thanks die, like so, and I put that on my mat and I scan it, could it then cut out a shadow? you think? Do you think we should try it? I don't know whether it would get stuck on the when it's scanning it. Would it pick it up, do you think? Do you think it would yeah, you know what, I think I might get stuck. Maybe that's an experiment for another day. I was going to cut it out of black and then scan it because I think it would pick that up better, but then I realized I've offset one. Interesting. I could just freehand it. I just don't think it pops as much, but then if we raise it up slightly, I think it will. Actually, in the light, when I look at the camera, it looks really nice. That's fine. Maybe foam back to pull it forwards. Yeah. I think that would be nice. Let's cut some foam. In fact, I'm going to actually do another red piece on top. Just because it's easier to adhere then. Because when you cut the foam and then you take off the the release, it's just harder to line up when it's super sticky. Hopefully that has cut all the way through. It's quite thick, this foam. I'm going to run it through one more time for good measure. And then I need a sentiment, maybe something like "for all you do." Let me see what we've got. You have a heart of gold, which is perfect because it's got gold on it. All right, so I'm layering this underneath my already die cut one, so it doesn't need to be perfect. It's just me trying to cut corners slightly. Looks like it's not going to be perfect, but that's fine. We're at the part of the night where Lesley gets tired and trying to do things quickly. What I should have done is picked a thinner foam tape. Okay, let's do it in sections. This is foam. You know what? Let's abort. Let's do it again on a thinner piece of foam without cutting corners, Lesley. Hey ho. I'll just go straight onto it and forget about the cardstock. I guess it's a bit thick. Right, here we go. Let's try that again, shall we? What is everybody doing for Thanksgiving? Any specific traditions that you have partaken, etc.? I have celebrated Thanksgiving probably about 4 or 5 times. No, that might not be true. 3 maybe. Once in France when I studied there. And that was actually Canadian Thanksgiving, so that was probably earlier than this. And then we had some friends who were American, and they had Thanksgiving at their house a couple of times, I think twice maybe. I mean, it's my kind of holiday. Yells says, if you decide to do a craft show in Birmingham, please let me know. Actually, Yells, one of the things that I did this week, pardon me, was make a list of all the UK craft shows. You alright, buddy? You need out? Give me a minute to just stick this foam down. And I will shortly somehow be trying to decide which ones to do and which ones not to do. Here you go. Sweet dreams. Awesome. Now I've managed to leave some of the release paper in there, so I need to just poke them out. Last one. Here we go. Come on. Come on, you little cheeky monkey. There we go. Hey, Candy. Hi, my friend. Just got back from the pool with the kids and niece and nephew. Awesome. Well, I'm just wrapping up, to be honest, because I was telling her, this is my 5th card. Is it my 4th or 5th? I can't tell. I was telling everybody how I was ill earlier this week and I was feeling much better, but now my throat has decided to thwart me and got really scratchy. This cardstock is like the perfect cardstock color-wise, but it has got quite a texture on it. So I'm gonna try to emboss it, but I kind of feel that it's not going to work because of the texture. However, the stamp set that I'm using, which is MFT Essential Sentiment, is fairly big, so we'll see. I'm gonna watch replay tonight, but whenever I do that, I try to talk to you. I know, I do that too all the time. And it's totally fine to try and talk to me. Just don't be snubbed if I don't respond. I'm just going to be super generous with my embossing ink here. I think we might get away with it. Oh, my stomach just grumbled. Oh yeah, baby. Kind of looks so pretty. Let's jump on mute, my lovelies. I've just found my pencil. This is the pencil you can get if you place a Heffy doodle order. Ta-da! How cute is that? It's got a little bear on it. It's the best color. And it has an eraser. What's not to love, really? And there's free shipping. Oops. Spoiling you. All right. Strips of ease, where are you, please? Strips of ease. Lurking in here somewhere. Maybe. I'm gonna go thicker tonight. Oh, it's actually quite long. I think maybe we should I kind of wish it was slightly shorter. Let's see what we've got going on. Where is my... I don't know where my other strips have gone to. I'll have to just wing it with this. Yeah, I messed that up. Tried to use a trimmer and it didn't work. Where my other strips of these have gone to. Why does it always happen on the last one? Must be over here with my new release. I'm just gonna have to go through them all. Okay, I'm gonna change my mind. I think the crafty gods are telling me to change course. So not you have a heart of gold. So what are we going to have? Small card, big thank you. That could work. Oh, my throat is sore now. You're one cool cat? No. No. What can I have? What can I have? Come on, guys, help me out here. Maybe just something simple like you're the best. Sending you big hugs is too big. I'm looking through my sentiments now, but all of them are pun related, and if I don't have a critter on it, it doesn't make sense sometimes. We could have, I'm so thankful that you're part of my life, but I think it's going to be too big. And I'll have to figure that one out. Stagger the sentiment if there's room to part it. You have a heart of gold. I don't want it on 2 lines. I think it's going to mess with my design. You're a star wall? No. You're amazing, that's for sure. We could maybe do that. But just the you're amazing bit. You're my sunshine. It's not quite the right orientation. We'll get there, we'll get there. We just have to find the right one. We do have the world needs more people like you, but it's too long. I know. Okay. So this may be frustrating for you guys. And I apologize. But these are actually These are little stamps that I send free with every order. And there's one that says, "You are amazing." And I'm going to use that one. And I hope it works. So the question is, do you have any of these teeny freebies? And if so, which ones do you have? Awesome. Okay, so I went ahead and actually stamped it again in white because I think it actually will pop a lot more in the vet. Do you have a sentiment that says "my friend"? I have "friend." I'm not sure if it says "my friend." My friend. Probably. I can't think at the moment. I really want to find my strips of ease. I had them the other day because I showed them to Craig. He was like, "Tell me about the strips of ease." I swear I'm gonna find these things. They must be hiding somewhere. Super annoying. Okay. I'm gonna open up this other strips of ease packet. And let me see. I think this one will work fine. Holiday sentiment duo. Okay. Right, where are we at? Let's see what this looks like. Amazing. You are amazing. And we're just gonna square this little guy off. Just like this. Now I was in such a rush, I didn't pokey tool around the G. Oh, that's good. I can scrape it off with my pokey tool. Just to make it a little bit more like a G. Like a G man. Salvage. No, that's not working, but that's fine. We'll just add a little bit of tape to that. We'll get that on because I need to go and get myself a big drink of water. Save my throat. You are amazing. Guys, I feel like I've done so well tonight. So many cards being made. Yael says, I'm not a big fan of large sentiments. I concentrate on the theme of the design to match the recipient's style. Yeah, I do that too sometimes. But I don't often do critterless, as you know. But sometimes it's nice to do something different. Very different, but lovely. All right, let's have a little look at everything that we've made tonight. So we started off the night with some stenciling. Very unusual card for me. Simple in a way, but very beautiful. And then we moved on to some tea. You, me, and a cup of tea. Gorgeous. Definitely think we need a little bit of accents on these. Maybe some bling or some jewel drops or something like that. Then a fun circular card. I really love that frame. I think it looks really cool. And then played some more. My gold embossing. And then the fall leaves. Beautiful. So there you go. 5 cards. I think we've done pretty well, guys. Good teamwork. Which is your favorite? Yelsia says, all very different from your usual style, but super. Yay. I am loving them also. And I imagine you're all now rushing to buy some Catherine puddings. I'm a big fan, as you can see. All right, everybody, I'm going to say cheerio. And I'm glad I was able to share some of the new release with you. You like the leaves? Yeah, I fell in love with the leaves. The gold ones or the these ones I think are just absolutely gorgeous. Very autumnal indeed. Mindy says they're all so beautiful. Thank you, honey. And Tracy says beautiful. Yay. Thank you. My throat is seizing, so I shall leave you to it. Have a lovely weekend. I hope you get nice and crafty. And I shall see you all next week. Bye, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.